and welcome to our group tutorial on Adobe Captivate 6. Adobe Captivate is currently one of the leading interactive e-learning tools on the market, allowing the user to both author and publish e-learning material all in the same program. In today's tutorial, we will cover how to create a basic e-learning video, discussing a few of Captivate's features along the way, and highlighting the usability of this program as a whole. So when you open Adobe Captivate, this is the screen that you will see. Here on the left, you can see that if you have any existing Captivate projects that you've been working on, they're all conveniently listed here on the left. But for today's purposes, we're actually just going to create a blank project. So while that's opening, you can actually also see that there are multiple projects you can create with Captivate: video demos, software simulations. You can import a PowerPoint presentation straight into Adobe Captivate, because as we will very soon see, a blank project in Adobe Captivate does look very similar to Microsoft PowerPoint. So you can see here that the slides, again, look very similar to PowerPoint in that you can click them and edit them. You can change the themes with these preset themes that they have already in Captivate, just like in PowerPoint. On the right-hand side here, there are toolbars that actually change depending on what you're trying to do within your project. So say if I wanted to edit this slide with text, I can double click in here and my toolbar here on the right changes, because Captivate knows that I'm trying to edit text, so it brings up all of the things that I can do in regards to text and stylistic changes that I would want to make. So say if I wanted to change it to red, I can do that. If I wanted it to say Adobe Captivate 6, I could do that and center it. So any stylistic changes you want to make to the text within your slides, you can do that right here with all of the tools here right to the right. So if you didn't want your whole presentation to be basically manipulative text slides, you can go up to the toolbar here and click Insert. And you can see all the different slides that you can choose from to insert into your Captivate project. Again, you can also import an actual PowerPoint into it, but today let's go ahead and just click Image Slide as an example. And what that does is it pulls up all of the files within your computer. I actually downloaded an Adobe Captivate image earlier today, and so this is what shows up. You can manipulate this photo in order to have it look exactly how you want it here if the photo isn't the exact quality you want to have in your presentation, but I like how this looks, so I'm just going to click OK, and it created a brand new slide with the image that I selected on within my presentation, I should say. So another cool feature that Adobe Captivate has that you can do to individual slides, you can add audio. So to do that, you probably want to check in preferences and make sure that it's taking audio from the right place. So for me, I want it to come straight from my built-in microphone, so I actually have to change the settings there in order to have that happen. So if I click built-in input, nothing would happen because I'm talking to my built-in microphone. So I would just want to change that really quick. And then there are actually a lot of other user preferences you can set in regards to demos and things of that nature, quizzes, which we'll come to later. So let's just do that. We can add audio here. You can see that it says built-in microphone, what I just selected. And if I hit record, 3, 2, 1, and now you can see that it's recording everything that I'm saying. You can tell by this green bar that it is actually picking up my built-in microphone. So if we just want to stop this recording, and here is the audio that I added to it. So say if you're doing an e-learning presentation to a group of people and you want to have your introduction attached to the master slide, so when they first start to view this, they hear your voice in the background, this is what you would use to do that. So we can just save this. And we can see here on the left that our audio did attach to the master slide. So as soon as we start viewing that, everything that I said in that little audio snippet will be right in there. You can also import different types of audio. If you want to have music in the background, you can have it carry throughout the entire presentation, or like we just did, attach it to one slide only. So I'm satisfied with that. Another cool feature that Captivate has in regards to e-learning is the question slide. So basically what this is if you're teaching someone about, say, a new type of software that you want them to start using, and you have a slide that gives them all this information, and then within the next slide you want to make sure that they were actually paying attention, you can insert some questions or quizzes. You can select if it's graded or not. You can select how many questions you want. So what that's going to do here is insert the question slide. And here you have to make sure that the active slide is the one you want it to go underneath, because if you notice, my master slide was the active slide and it went in between that and the pictures. So this is the question. So say, just for our purposes here, we want to ask if it will delete. Okay. Which slide has audio? And you can type the different multiple choice answers here. So we could say slide 1, and slide 2. Okay, and then here, again, our toolbar has generated basically a new setting that is catering to the specific answers that we have here. It knows we're doing a multiple choice question slide, so it brings up the toolbar to help us quickly change it if we wanted to. We can also click quiz properties, and this actually is a specific toolbar for the quiz slides. And what this says is it could be graded, there are 2 answers, the points you can change. If you didn't want it to be ABC and you want it to be 1, 2, 3, you could do that, and then as you can see here, it changed to 1 and 2. Okay, so there's that slide. And the next slide, which automatically generates after your quiz, is the results. So right after this quiz is done, it gives you the results. So if we were to just click right here, oh, give me one moment. If we were just to click in preview and then play from this slide, so it plays from this slide on, it's going to generate these slides. And it probably should be worth saying that the more you use Captivate, the quicker the step-by-step processes will be. I'm only using this on this computer for maybe like the second time, so that's why it's not as quick as it normally is, because really it's only doing these things for the second time. So here is the quiz that we created. So which slide has audio? Let's go ahead and click the right answer, which is slide 1. And we know that that's the right answer because when we were creating the quiz, this was the one that was selected. So if we submit, it will say, yes, you're correct. And then if we just click within this screen, it takes us to our quiz results and says, congratulations, you passed the quiz. All right. And that's that. Okay, so we know how to insert a quiz, we know how to do images and audio. One other really cool feature that you can use within Captivate is inserting a recording slide. Now what the recording slide does, and we'll just do it right after our quiz results, is it records all of the clicks that you do on your screen. So everything you're doing on your screen, like how I'm doing my arrow right now, it will record that and insert it into a slide. Okay. So this is the window that pops up. So what we're going to do is open up our browser here, and you can see that Safari, because I'm using an Apple, popped up, and we can select that. So it's actually going to select the window, and we can snap it to the window, which only records what's within the active window. So this is just some audio. If you wanted to add audio, you can do that. We're not going to do narration in this slide just because if we preview it, it'll be me talking over myself. But you can add a narration into the background, again, like we did before. So let's go ahead and start recording this slide. So let's wait for it to do that. So say you wanted your students to know that at the Adobe website they can search for Captivate and they can look up the frequently asked questions. So let's go ahead and go to adobe.com. Okay, and then we can hopefully click within this box. And select Captivate. So let's go ahead and click that. Okay, so this is the Captivate screen that we wanted them to see. And we'll go ahead and stop our recording there. So to do that, you just click the little Captivate icon at the top of your screen, and that will stop the recording. So here it is finalizing our video. And the longer your video is, of course, the longer it will take to capture it. And if you were curious as to how much it is, that was there. Okay, so right after our quiz, you could see that what we had on the screen and what we were doing. Let's go ahead and see if we can just preview this slide really quick. And again, like I said before, the more you use Captivate, the quicker it will be in regards to publishing and generating videos and things of that nature. But it is important for you to be able to see what happens when your video comes up. I mean, you do want to preview the slide anyway, just to make sure what you wanted to convey is actually within the slide. And as that's generating, you can just make sure that all of your slides are in the right order. Here also, I should say, are some other features that you can add within the image slides themselves. So you can insert an image within the slide if you wanted to edit your slide like that and you didn't want to insert an actual slide that's all one image. Insert highlight box, roll over slides, things of that nature, text animations. So there are really a multitude of things that you can do within this program other than the basics that we just covered. Okay, and we're almost done here. Okay. All right. So sorry that took longer than normal, but you can see here that this is the slide that we created that's a recording slide. So we look here, this is what we typed earlier. So every screen click, if we wanted to take someone to YouTube to watch a video or to a website, or if we just, it's in the instance of software demonstration, if we wanted to have the actual software up, showing someone how to do something, doing a tutorial on it, that would be very beneficial as well. Okay, so we can see here that my reserve battery power came up. And that you have to be careful of, because actually every single thing that pops up on your screen will pop up within the recording, as you just saw. So this slide looks okay. So we're happy with that. We can also always go and re-record it. And so that is basically how you would create those slides within Captivate. If you chose a slide that you didn't like, you can just click it and then hit delete and it will delete it. If you wanted to, if you're okay with this and you wanted to save it, you can just go to File, Save, you name your document. Well, name it Captivate 2, since we did one, my group did one earlier and it was Captivate 1, so let's go ahead and save that. And then also, you can publish it straight to YouTube from this. If you want to publish it to a different platform, you can actually hit publish, and there are a multitude of different options that you can use. So you can go into Adobe Connect, which we're all familiar with, email it, within the preview mode. If you want to preview your entire project, you can go in and preview the project. And as we can already see, it's a little faster than it was before because I've used it a couple times. Okay, so this is our slide, and that was the audio from earlier. So we can see that our video is good to go. So we're ready to publish it. We can publish it straight to YouTube. We can publish it so that it goes to an iPod. We can publish it so it goes to any other mobile device, an iPad, an iPhone. So those are some of the other cool options that you can use with this. So after we're done, I'm actually going to publish this to YouTube. It takes quite a while, so I'm not going to show you that part. But that is in general, as a basic tutorial, how you create a e-learning tool within Captivate. And I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned a lot, and thank you for your time.